reviews, but it would be great if he was there with us, for sure.
Okay, so here we are live, folks. We're live, Stout Sunday, Easter Sunday, 2020. I'm in Louisiana. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Michael Komaroff there in New York.
Good morning.
Welcome to Jeremy in Arkansas. And y'all probably bad weather already, huh?
Yeah, we had a little bad weather come through, but not the real bad stuff. It's supposed to be later on, so hopefully we don't get it, though.
Yeah, sometimes they did admit the whole week, the weather people admitted that they didn't really know what was going to happen. So, yeah, this morning I have Founders Porter, and my friend David might come over to do a duo review of this beer because we've never duo reviewed it. And he said, that's really chocolatey, isn't it? I said, yeah, it's very chocolate. He did talk to me that he was thinking about joining Stout Sunday. Not today, because he has the equipment. He says now where he thinks he could join. He said, do I have to have an account and all this? I said, no, you just click the link and I can add you. You only have to have an account to host it. So he liked hearing that, you know. So he didn't get a YouTube account until I think about 3 months ago or 4 months ago. So he would watch YouTube. You know, you could watch YouTube without an account. You just can't make comments. He would comment to me on the phone, but he wouldn't. But he decided he would start making comments. Okay, now Michael has an interesting North Carolina product. I do believe
this is from Four Saints Brewing, and it's called Stout One, and the brewery's in Asheboro, North Carolina, 5.4% and 25 IBUs. Interesting can. Nothing, you know.
It's plain, but
tells you what you got, and I've never had this beer. I've never had anything from Four Saints Brewing, so this is my first chance. Unfortunately, I made too aggressive a pour. We'll have to wait until it settles. But I can get the nose and the other stuff anyway, so it's not a problem.
It's reminiscent of the old, remember back in the 70s, those private label, they call them store brand products that were just like white and black.
Right, but it's it's telling you what it is. It doesn't have to have the artwork. Some of these cans are beautiful; they have extensive artwork, but it involves a lot of hiring an artist and doing a lot of stuff, which I guess some of these smaller breweries can't afford to do.
And then some of them have a lot of elaborate artwork, but no information, no helpful information. Now Jeremy also has a Michigan beer like I do, and which I've had once.
Yeah, I have the Kalamazoo Stout out of Michigan, Bell's Brewery, 6% ABV. I can't find the IBUs listed, but you said that Bell's
don't publish the IBUs at all.
They don't comply. Then they get a bad rating right off the bat.
Yeah, they don't list IBUs, and they say they have an argument for why, and they explain it on the website. I don't buy it, but that's what they do.
They have the date, guys. Go look at that.
The date's on it, which is good.
I've got the date on mine too, and one more thing, Bell's.
You read it.
You can read it. It's not black on black. Sometimes the date will be like brown on black, and
also it's not a code or anything. Yeah,
right. One more thing. When I had the Kalamazoo Stout, it was a much different label.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems like Bell's has upgraded their labels a little bit and changed it a little bit from what it was before.
Yeah, and now look, mine has the date, and it's saying very clearly, bottled on.
Right.
And it says bottled on February 19, 2020, at 20 hours and 57 minutes. And I guess number 2 will probably be line number 2. Helpful, right? Easy, not hard, easy. Now, IBUs, it says right on the back, 6.5% alcohol, 45 IBUs. Isn't that easy?
Yep.
I wish everybody would do that. Got to have the date, guys.
That's right.
Greg complains about it, and I mock him in a way, not in a bad way. I just like say, put the damn date, but I'm not being.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's just funny the way he says it. It makes me laugh. So, but he is right. It's like, put the date. This is not difficult. Why is this a problem? Why is this like a challenge? And then, of course, his 20-minute video might be 17 minutes of fussing about the date, but I'm sure I do stuff on my videos that drive people mad too.
I agree with his concept. I don't agree with the way he treats the beers that don't have it. In other words,
Right.
the
Right.
concept is fine. But if he says this is a wonderful beer, I love everything about it, it doesn't have a date, so I'm lowering it a grade. Now, what kind of
Yeah,
stuff is that?
that doesn't compute.
That's dumb. He's dumb. He's being dumb. You know,
Right. He'll say,
I'm going to punish this review. This is an A beer, but it becomes a B plus beer because it doesn't have the date. Ridiculous, dumb, and stupid, and whatever. But
right. So you already said it was an A.
That it was an A beer. It's an A.
It's an A. It's an A. You're going to score it a B plus because it doesn't have a date. But we already know you said it was an A. So
that was an A. So we know what it is, and that's it. You can't punish them. You can tell them, please do it. You can't punish them like that. It doesn't matter.
right. So the adjusted score is really meaningless because
he's already told you he thinks it's an A. So what? Why? Officially, it's only going to go down as a B plus because it didn't have a date. Now, come on, it's stupid.
And my wife loved it, but I'm still giving it a B.
Greg feels better because he didn't hit it harder. Well, too bad.
So now Michael has expressed a very strong opinion. Okay, but I actually agree with what he's saying. Now, anyway,
I don't think Greg would be offended.
No, he probably wouldn't be. He seems pretty cool about it. But he only did a hangout with us once, and that was off the air. But anyway, this has thick lacing and heavy lacing. It was a thick tan head. I reviewed it last week on John Stout Sunday, and it's dark brown. John Anili's with his family, so he said I can't do it. He didn't think about it. And when we were doing a hangout Thursday, I said, well, how you going to do Stout Sunday? He said, oh, I didn't think about it. I said, well, I'll do it. He said, okay. So now I'm glad that happened because he might have not realized until this morning and we'd have been saying, what's going on with Stout Sunday, So it's good that we kind of caught that early. The aroma is chocolatey, very malty, like a Burger King chocolate shake. Really, I'm not saying it as a joke. It's like that. It's malty, rich. You ever had those Whoppers? It's like the malted milk balls with the chocolate. It's kind of along those lines. And then the flavor, and it's sweet, sugary cream, coffee type thing. Now the flavor.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. I know. I never do that. I just don't ever think of doing that. Saying cheers. Actually,
I'm gonna make you say it.
I really never saw people doing that until like maybe at a wedding or something. But then when I've noticed on Hangouts, people would always do that. So I said,
hey,
Shane, it's getting epic now.
Well, we're going to get back to Shane, but I'm going to finish my presentation, which isn't going to take long. So I really could do this every weekend, and I wouldn't get tired of it because that's how it's like the best porter I've ever had. If you want to, it is a porter, okay? It says on the bottle, Founder's Porter, okay? We know, but it's a stout porter. Let's be honest. This is a stout porter. It's got heavy body or a high medium body. It's velvety in the mouth. It's strong. Has high IBUs. And then you could drink Guinness Draft Stout, which has about no stout characters whatsoever. It's thin. It's watery. It's really a porter that they call a stout because nothing's stout about it. It's only 4.2% alcohol. However, I do love Guinness Draft, whatever it's supposed to be, and it has a good taste, but it's thin. It's all right. Like I just described, the velvety mouth, the rich, fudgy, chocolatey, dark roasted, but not burnt. See, that's what a lot of companies can't do. They can do stuff dark roasted, but then it tastes burnt, like the toast got burnt. Well, I don't really enjoy eating or drinking carbon, but it's like Founders, and we were saying this yesterday about Budweiser. David and I were drinking a Budweiser black lager. Each of us had a bottle, and they took it to the brink. They took it to the brink of burnt, and it's like they knew exactly when to stop. Boom, master brewers, and they ended it, and it's right there to perfection. And now,
wow,
the finish is sweet, luscious, enjoyable, and fabulous. One more thing. David found out that they had the Budweiser Black Lager at Mathern's for $11.96 a case. You heard what I said? $11.96, 24 bottles. He was like, I'm going to buy it. But then the line was way down because of this social distancing stuff, and then I want to be people going in the store and all of this. So he was like, I'm not waiting in line. And I couldn't blame him. So well, I'll go tomorrow and get it, and you can pay me back. He said, well, just give me 12. They're so heavy, I don't want to drink 24. I said, okay. But then I forgot they're not open today. Oh, I drove over there for nothing. It was only 1 mile. Okay, so now I think this beer is great. It's $8.99 a 6-pack. Man, one of the top. Shane will be back. I think he was having internet problems, which I know is driving me mad for the last couple of months. Been making me so irritated.
Yeah.
Man, look, $8.99 a 6-pack for one of the best craft beers I've ever had. Now I'm not saying that in a flip way. I gave it a 98 last time. This thing is so good. You do not have to pay through the nose for fabulous craft beers. You might think you do, and you can, and you'll get really great ones, of course, but you can get really great ones without paying a whole lot. So there's Michael.
Okay.
Hey, Michael, you're live.
Show you again. This is Four Saints Stout 1 from Asheboro, North Carolina. 5.4% alcohol and 25 IBUs. I didn't mention before, it is unfiltered and unpasteurized as well. And this, just to show you how fast these glasses recover, look how that head has now turned into beer.
Yeah, it will do that. People freak out over a hard pour and a thick head of foam. Look, relax, people. It's going to dissipate, okay? You know.
Well, the worst thing is when you do that fast pour, the head comes up and you have to drink a little off the top maybe before you wanted to start. So it doesn't go down the side.
Yeah, that. But I mean,
otherwise it resettles quickly. Okay, so it has a very nice beige to tan. It's actually tan, I guess, more than beige. Tan head. And you'll notice it's very dark brown. You really can't see through it. I'm looking through the light and maybe getting some red highlights around the edges, but it's mostly extremely dark brown. Let me give it a nose. Okay, the nose is like dark roasted malt. Maybe you're picking up a sweet, kind of a sweet smell. Can't identify what that is, but some sweetness in it. I'll give it a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Shane, just hold tight. We're going to get to you. Okay, so.
Okay, it's funny. Now I know what the sweetness is. The sweetness is kind of a very nice vanilla. So the first flavor you're getting is vanilla. You're getting the dark roasted malt still. There's chocolate. There's coffee. Maybe a little, not really dark fruit, maybe just a little fruitiness in the background. Medium mouthfeel. It's very smooth. You'll notice also that the head retention is really nice at the top. It's coming back. Very nice. Very drinkable. It's just a little above straight session at 5.4%, but it goes down really easy. And from the early taste of this, I really find it to be a very nice beer. Be back with a number.
And that's your first time trying it, huh?
First time trying this or anything from this brewery. But I've tried multiple North Carolina beers now, so.
Right, that's right.
Looks like a good beer, Michael. I'm drinking the Kalamazoo Stout out of Michigan, Bell's Brewing. Anyway, when I first poured it, it had like probably an inch and a half finger head on it.
Yeah.
It's got like a khaki colored head on there, totally dark. I can't see through it.
No,
at all. So pitch black. I'm gonna go get a nose on this.
Cheers to you, as they say we should. Okay.
Getting the definitely getting the coffee right off the bat, and you can the roasted malts coming through there. Real creamy smelling. Let's see. All right, that's about it. And we'll get a taste test on that. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers again.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you.
Okay, it's got a little bit of the hops on the back end there. I noticed, but it's really smooth and creamy as far as the mouthfeel goes. Seems like it's lightly carbonated. Reminds me of A better made Guinness, in my opinion.
Wow.
Like the original, not the foreign stout or whatever.
You're talking about the Guinness Extra.
All right.
Jeremy, are you getting any licorice? Because if I remember that beer, they supposedly used strap licorice extract.
Yeah, that's right. That's why it had a weird flavor to me. It had kind of an off flavor, but now I realize why.
I'm getting a little bit of that. Yeah, that you mentioned it. I didn't even notice it.
If you read what they have on the bottle, they mention that it's strap licorice that's in it, I think.
I don't think mine.
All right, so maybe it's the older bottle had it.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they reformulated it.
Anything's possible.
All mine says is this smooth, full body stout offers a blend of aromas and flavors of dark chocolate and freshly roasted coffee, balanced with a significant hop presence. So I don't really get any. I'm not getting the licorice on it.
It is possible they reformulated it. Maybe it doesn't have the strap licorice.
It's really good. So
Could have been enough people complaining that it tasted odd. Like I said, I thought it was good, but it was just odd to me. Okay.
maybe they've changed the formula, but I'll give you my score here in a minute. Thank you, guys.
All right, you're welcome. Oh, okay, Nina. Now, Shane, you got 2 accounts showing, so I'll add the account where it's showing your face. All right.
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm on my phone again because I tried to get on. I updated my computer in hopes that would fix some of the lag issues, and it seemed like it did, but then it starts up again. I don't know.
I know it's been driving you batty.
Yes, it's driving me crazy. Man, I look like a hobo, guys. I'm sorry.
No.
You don't look like a hobo.
All right. So hopefully I can get through this beer here. I just picked this one up in Little Rock the other day. I went down there specifically for a 4-pack of this. It's at Fly Highway Brewery. I know Jeremy's familiar with this brewery. So I think you've had some of their blueberry, that Blue Wing or whatever, Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. I like
But they just released, I don't know if you knew this, they just released.
Flyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just released the Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Chocolate Stout. It's the,
Never seen it. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I have not tried that one.
Called Lord God.
Yeah.
I have never tried that.
What kind of name is that?
Sounds like a good one to do on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
What's the alcohol?
It's a 12.5%.
Oh,
It's a biggie.
And it's brewed in the Argenta district of North Little Rock. Kind of, it's on the North Little Rock side of the river. A little small brewery there, but man, they just released this last year, and it is outstanding. It will definitely rival the Ozarks Bourbon Double Cream Stout. I've had this.
Oh my goodness, I've got to try that then.
Yeah, it's about 20. Let's see, it was about $22, $23 a 4-pack.
Ooh, yeah.
Giving that away.
Oh yeah. But let's see.
Price of doing business these days for those imperial stouts.
And that's where the University of Arkansas at Little Rock is, right? In North Little Rock?
What's that now?
University of Arkansas at Little Rock is in North Little Rock?
No, it's over. It's in Little Rock.
It's in Little Rock. Okay.
Arkansas River kind of divides North Little Rock and Little Rock.
Yeah.
Kinda or literally?
It literally does. Yeah. I mean, it's, you see the Arkansas River there, and it's Argenta and North Little Rock is.
Yeah, you go up farther up Jacksonville, a place like that. It's close to it.
Yeah. But this is an outstanding. I've had it once before. It's got Izzard chocolate in it. I guess it's a lot of locally sourced ingredients here, like the Ozark beer does too. And anyway, you probably don't want to know all about all the stuff on the can. You just don't want to know what's in it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, of course,
it's an imperial chocolate stout.
If people want to get super detailed, they can look up the website and then read about it.
Oh man,
that's the one bad thing about most of the Arkansas breweries. They don't have very good websites.
Man, as soon as I opened that, it jumped out like a kangaroo. That chocolate and Yeah, it just immediately came out of the can.
Wow.
You're getting a lot of chocolate and you're getting a lot of bourbon. Oh man!
Well,
You know what
It
bourbon?
looks like motor oil.
They tell what bourbon they use?
Old Crow.
I'm not sure. I want to say Heaven Hill because it seems like Heaven Hill's used a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not positive. You probably could find that out. I'm sure. I should have asked that the other day. That poured out just black as a motor oil. It's been used for a while. Wow.
Yeah.
Right in the light, you can't see through it at all. It's just pitch black. Just a little bit of redness right in the bottom, very bottom of it. But it had a small little head that dissipated pretty quick. I can't get used to where to point the camera, or the glass of the camera. There we go.
It gets confusing when it's backwards.
Yeah. Look at that.
That is dark.
Shane, that's really dark.
Yeah. And it's loud too. It's not apologizing for its presence. Man, it's so much chocolate and then bourbon. It's just not like a burning, like you get a little bit, when you smell bourbon. It's just like a real smooth, very smooth, like a rich dark chocolate. You get a little bit of dark fruit in the nose too. Just a slight bit of raisin. I always get a little raisin in the imperial stouts, especially if they're bourbon. If they're bourbon barrel aged, it's just what my nose goes to dates and plums and raisins. Oh man, that smells so good. It's decadent. It's very much like the Ozark Bourbon Double Cream Stout. It's along the same lines here.
Definitely got to try it then.
Hold on a second. Whiskey Scout, we're going to add you as soon as Shane is finishing his showcase. Okay, cheers, Shane.
Yeah. Cheers. I'm going in.
Cheers, man. Glad you made it to the show. And thanks, Ron, for hosting this.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Is it like the Ozark one, or is it different?
It's different, but it's like I said, it's along the same line. They're both just outstanding, man. This is. I want to do. I want to do a blind comparison between this and the bourbon double cream. I've got one can of this from last year. They made it for the first time last year and canned it for the first time, and I got 2 cans of it. Somebody in the liquor store gave me 2 cans of it because I went to the brewery and they'd sold it out the day that they released it. Well, they released this like right when we got quarantined, and like no one thought to go buy it. They didn't flood it like they did. So like a week or 2 later, I called and said, "Yeah, we still got a bunch." And I saw them carrying like cases of it out the other day.
Wow!
And I was like, "Oh man, I'm glad I got a 4-pack of it." But I want to do a comparison between last year and a can of the bourbon double cream from last year. Also, I think that would be a nice little challenge to see which one I thought was best. Really,
yeah.
They're both from Arkansas. They're both along the same lines. Man, this is. You always hate to hear someone go, he's bragging on this beer that no one can get except, well, Jeremy, you can get it. And
maybe.
But if you ever could get your hands on a can of this,
I think you bought all of it, didn't you?
No, I only bought a 1 4-pack. I'm not
I'm just joking.
If I'd been a real true hoarder, you look at that stack of beer, and you probably think I was a hoarder. But,
right. You don't have all the toilet paper either, do you?
No. I've not had much luck in that. Last night I found something. I was like, yeah, score. I had to go back to my hometown. Crazy.
It's bad out there.
You would think beer would disappear before toilet paper in a zombie apocalypse.
Exactly.
Man, this beer is just, it is so good. It's just rich and decadent and chocolatey, and it's got just the right amount of balance with the bourbon and the beer and the chocolate, and it's outstanding. You would not think you were drinking.
Is the alcohol muted?
For someone that like me and you and Jeremy and Ron, we probably would say, nah, it's fine. It doesn't burn. But anyone, the first time they tried it, it would blow their palate out.
They would say, "What's this? This is all alcohol."
But for 12.5, yeah, 12.5%, no, it doesn't burn at all.
Okay.
I could chug this. I could chug it. I think I might chug it. No, I better not.
You don't want to drink the whole 4-pack in a row, I can tell you that.
That's outstanding. Yeah, I'm gonna let it sit there for a minute and warm up some. What's that, Whiskey Scout?
Hey, Whiskey Scout, how you doing?
How are you? How you doing?
Robert.
Look at what's that?
Hey, pretty good. Just that's some oddball thing I picked up in a little liquor store up in Andover, Kansas. I'd never seen it before. It's Dolle, Dolle Bowers. It is special extra export stout. It's from Essen, Belgium. Brewed and bottled by De Dolle, Deolle Brouwer.
Oh, the Dolle. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, they're kind of known. Yeah, the Dolle.
Yeah,
They make a lot of stuff.
you can't really. It's washing out in the light. Hold on, I might have too much light on in here.
I've never seen that before.
Me either.
I never either. It's It's got a signature on it. It says re-fermented in the bottle. It's 9% alcohol by volume. It has no IBUs listed. It's got redemption value ale. It says ale up there, which I think is strange. Then it still has, because it says export stout on the bottom.
Stout is the type of ale. So.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm learning. I don't know everything. I'm the first to admit that.
That's okay. And one thing about the Dolle has a spinoff company, like a little baby company. It's called Baby Dolle. They got the Dolle and Baby Dolle. I'm making that up. That's not true.
Okay. You could be telling the truth. I wouldn't know. There is no head forming. It's bubbling just a little bit. What you're seeing in the camera is not the reality of what's going on here.
Oh, I see you bubbling a little bit, and I see you pouring out kind of thin looking.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not thick at all.
Kind of like a smidgy head.
Oh,
believe me,
I think
these European stouts would be weird as heck. They'll be thin, have strange aromas and tastes. Oh, man. You can run across a real oddball.
If it's bad,
I drink one. Hey, watch out, Whiskey Scout. When I had one of those German beers, dark beers like that, they smelled off. I drank 4 ounces and I was puking 3 hours.
Oh, no.
What does it smell like?
Yes. I felt sick for 24 hours.
It smells spoiled.
Oh, no.
I mean, it has a spoiled smell to it.
Okay, you're going to have to infuse it, put some whiskey in there. That's all you can do.
No, I don't even know if I want. I'll take a sip for.
I learned my lesson, bro. I drank that German beer.
Robert,
drank 4 ounces.
all I'd say is you have to at least give it one sip because it could have a weird smell and still taste all right.
Take one sip, you'd probably be sick for 4 hours, maybe. That's not too bad.
I even drank the mango one.
Right, I will.
You drank the mango one, you're right.
I'm going to show y'all some mango in a moment.
Uh-oh.
I got your mango right here. I'm serious.
Now,
Michael's going to love that.
is the spoiled smell the yeast, or you can't even tell what it is?
Yeah, it's trying to bring the dark malts up, but there is a sour, almost.
Is it me? Am I lagging or something?
You, Robert?
There's some problems with StreamYard. It already kicked me off the Hangout once. It gave a warning when I got on that it might not work today. So
is Robert frozen now?
The beer took him out. It was a bad beer. I knew it.
Yeah,
Hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah.
He took a sip. See, y'all want
See, he won't be back for at least 24
Try to come
hours.
back in.
Okay.
Okay, y'all encourage him to take a sip and now look.
That's a good.
There he is. But now we
lost Shane too. What happened? There is Shane.
Okay, Shane's back.
This StreamYard.
What the hell is going on?
There goes Robert now.
Well, in some cases, the problem is that the StreamYard is failing.
Yeah.
Look, I've been through this. It is not good. When I bought that it was called On Decker Bayrock. I think it was called Bayrock Dunkel Bach. I can't remember which one. It was On Deck. You see that grocery store? That grocery store will leave stuff on the shelf to the end of the world. So but I had bought some On Decker before from Germany. No big deal. So I opened the cap on the video and I poured it. The video is still posted. And as soon as I smelled it, I said, something's not right. And I started sipping it. And I was like, I don't know. This stuff tastes rancid. I'm saying on the video, this stuff tastes rancid. And I'm still sipping it. After 4 ounces or maybe 5 ounces, I said, I ain't drinking this. Something is wrong, man. What do? I felt like, I don't know. I ate lunch. I went lay on the couch. No problem. But I laid there for like a long time and sleeping like not normal. So then I woke up. I felt like, man, my stomach feels sick or something. Like, what's wrong? I said, it's that stinking beer. So I said, I don't feel right. I just don't feel right. About an hour later, I said, oh, no, this beer is not going to be digested. There's no way. And I went by the toilet. I was throwing up. And I felt, I'm telling you, look, and I hate to be gruesome on the internet.
Yeah.
For 24 hours, I felt bad. I said, I got like poisoned by this stinking beer. So from now on, that was like 5 years ago. If I drink a beer and it smells rancid, I don't touch it.
Drain pour, yeah.
I didn't owe the Mango Fantastico 4 ounces, but we did take a deep sip, and we decided right away, both Doug and I, that this. Sorry for your. It was a bomber bottle too, and he spent a lot of money. I said, "This is bad."
Wow.
And we just dumped it. But again, what we decided was maybe it was just a bad bottle, because I've seen other people come on since and said they liked it. So it could have just been a bad bottle. I don't know. I won't try it again. I learned my lesson. And one Mango Fantastico from Founders was enough for me. And you can
horrible.
Prove it. I don't want it. I have other stuff I can drink. I don't need it.
That was my least favorite Founders I've ever had.
Ronald, this wasn't On Decker. It was On Desk. It's a DESCHER. It's a On Deck. It's a Catholic monk. It's a monastery, On Deck's monastery, that makes beers. But they probably made it fine. It was probably perfect, because I've seen video reviews where people say it's great, but it's just a grocery store leaving on the shelf for probably like 5-6 years. And it went rancid. Michael, I'm going to show you some mango right now. Hold on a second, if you can tolerate. You will do the scores.
My wife eats a lot of dried mango. The fruit that you get if in the store kind of thing. It's dried up. It's like eating dried prunes or whatever. She eats a lot of that, but it's just in this one beer, I just found it was badly done or whatever. I mean, I'm just
I don't really like Whiskey Scout is restarting the computer. Look, I don't really like mango. It tastes like slimy stuff to me, but I mean, I'll drink it in a beer. I'm eating those Japanese plums today. Here's something, Michael. And don't roll your eyes too much. I mean, you can roll them all.
I'm not down on mango as a thing.
All right. I bought this.
Yes, mango, don't let him lie.
This is from Mexico.
I've had the regular straight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me they're making a mango now.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, man.
Jay, have you had one of those yet?
No, I just bought one can. It says, it says flavors of mango and chili peppers. I said, oh my goodness, what is coming next?
Wow.
It's got vegetable juice color. It's got color added from vegetable juice. I say, well, and there's no use even trying to worry about it anymore.
Hey, that will be an interesting beer. You should do a review of that for sure.
Well, I am. You can rest assured. It's only 3.5% alcohol. My friend David said, that's a hangover beer. That's what people drink when they got a hangover. I said, okay.
They call it a hangover.
Right.
Not at 3.5.
No, but what's in it?
May cause a stomach.
Or stomach.
I wonder
I
if
guess-
Camo makes one. Mango beer.
Who?
Does
Camo.
Camo make a mango beer, Jay, or not?
I don't know. But all jokes aside, there is a new Camo from the last 12 months called Camo Sour. It's a sour beer.
Oh, no.
I said, well, if Camo can make sour, the problem with Camo is it just tastes bad and it makes you feel like somebody drugged you when you didn't realize they were drugging you. You know?
Wow.
I don't like it.
I've never even seen it. Where is Camo brewed?
Mostly in Wisconsin. But,
Okay, I've never even seen it.
There he's back.
oh wait, I'm thinking of Four Loko. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Four Loko. I don't know if there's a Camo sour. There's Four Loko sour. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Robert, how you doing?
Yeah, I've seen the Four Loko sour. It's in a green can, if I remember right. I haven't tried it yet. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here.
Okay.
There's just something sour, and there's almost an acidic note with the sourness going on. That is, and I'm not getting the dark malts. I mean, that's totally out of what I even remotely expect.
No roasted malt flavors at all.
No, not on the nose.
Nothing on the nose.
It's just so
When I
overriding.
When I saw that oddly thin pour, I thought, uh-oh.
Okay, here's for God and country.
Okay, Robert. Cheers.
Cheers. Pray for Robert.
Nope. No, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's bad.
All right.
Maybe
There you go.
bad
Whiskey.
decision.
Drain pour.
That's bad.
Really?
No.
What it tastes like?
Sour milk on steroids with maybe it's not the same as sour milk, but that same sour, rancid, nasty. That's bad.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But wow.
That gets a 0.
It gets a 0.
It's undrinkable.
That's the
Zero.
first zero in Stout Sunday history, but it's going down.
Wow.
Nope. I don't ever want to see it again.
Is it in the trash?
Oh, that's gross. That's serious.
Well, I'm going to take
That was poor.
of Belgian stouts now.
Yeah, I honestly think it's just I think it sat on the shelf too long.
Yeah. But look, let me warn you. I've had some European stouts that were very awry, unsound, like, not right. I had some from, but of course, Guinness is Europe and it's wonderful. But I've had some from England that tasted like medicine. And I don't know if Belgium and England need, I don't know. It's just.
I'd take medicine.
Compared to
That's,
that?
seriously, I like Belgian beers. I like lambics and stuff like that. That's not, no. I don't know what,
Yeah.
I can't figure it out. It's thin. You can almost see through it. Not quite.
When I mean, something was wrong, man.
I think you should take another
Probably
sip to
drink
make
the whole-
sure.
Yeah, you got to drink the rest of it.
I'll bottle it up, send it to you, buddy.
No.
Hold on, y'all. Let me interrupt. We better do our scores because this thing could crash at any moment with all the internet problems. I'm serious. I'm not trying to interrupt.
So, Jay,
I'm going to give mine.
run your score.
Yeah. Here in Louisiana, I'm going to give it a 98. I think the Founders Porter is a 98 out of 100. It's an outstanding beer. And I'm just doing this for the sake that the whole thing could crash down and we don't. And Michael would say, well, I don't have my scores now. And we don't want to go through all that. All right. Because it's irritating. So I'm not saying Michael's irritating. I'm saying the fact that it would crash would be irritating. Okay. Michael's going to give us a.
All right, I'm giving. Robert doesn't know what it is. It's called Stout One, Robert, from Four Saints in Asheboro, North Carolina. This is another one of the beers from my cousin, and it's 5.4 and 25 IBUs. I've decided it's extremely good. I'm giving it a 96. It's an A beer. Look, I'm shocked at how good these North Carolina beers are. I wish I had access to them. Really good.
Yeah.
And what's the ABV again?
5.4.
Yeah, I thought it was in the fives. Now, what about you,
I would
Jeremy?
take any one of you guys' beers.
I don't know if they
Very good.
reformulated, and I don't know what you guys went through with the other. I'm going with a 91% on this because it's really good. It's an A.
Well,
Straight up
I'm
A.
gonna as soon as I get off this hangout, I'm gonna do some research because I'm curious about that. I mean, I'm really curious. Now, Shane, what do you score yours? I know that's gonna be a high score.
Yeah, this is an awesome beer. I'm going to give this a 99.
Ooh.
It's
Winner for
outstanding.
today.
It's so balanced and just a
You
nice
got 99 and 0.0 over
blend. Yeah.
on the bottom row. Isn't that weird? We go from 0 to 99.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that happens. You know?
I think Robert needs to just take one more little sip to make sure that he, just to make sure that before you pour it out.
Robert is sipped out. He's not.
I think he got more of a chance of him like pouring all his whiskey bottles out in the floor.
Hey, well, and we know what Robert's score is. It's a 0. And hey, if you can't drink it, then it's a 0, right? I mean, you can't drink it. It's garbage. You pour it out.
It's a wet, burnt, sour wood. It's almost got a little like a fungus wood note to it.
No. Don't get sick.
That's
Don't
what
drink
I'm
it.
that's where it's kind of coming in at. Think of mushrooms that you pull out of that you've left too long in your crisper. And you pull the mushrooms out and you peel that back. It's kind of got that moldy sour note that rolls off of it. That's the nose on this.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's the nose.
I had I had a bad brown beer one time, a brown ale, and I swear I'd taken a drink of witch hazel. It tasted just like witch hazel. I was like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, witch hazel would be rough.
Oh, it was bad.
Michael, the alcohol's really masked in my sip. I never really got back to the sour.
Try it again and make
I
sure.
give it that. Alcohol's masked.
If the biggest thing they can say is they're masking the alcohol, they're in trouble.
I think the only thing to save is to pour some mango in there.
All right, y'all. Now listen. I'm gonna plug a few things now. Yeah, fungus wood note. Actually, I said that with Jim Beam, Jim Beam whiskey. I said Jim Beam tasted like cellar mold, but I didn't mind Jim Beam, even though it had a cellar mold taste. It wasn't rancid; it just tasted unusual. But I'm gonna plug this Tuesday morning if things work out. I'm gonna do a taste challenge, Canadian whiskey, and then Robert's favorite. And then Thursday, I'm going to do another Canadian whiskey taste challenge. Now, these two are not going to be a real challenge. They're going to be a challenge in name only because I'll guess them that fast. Believe me, it won't be a challenge. It'll be a showcase because there is no way I'll confuse those two with James Fox. It's not going to happen because Sazerac Canadian whiskeys are so distinct. You can just almost every time get it right. Anyway, then Saturday, I'm planning to do a Johnny Walker Red Label versus Johnny Walker Blue Label taste challenge. Should be interesting. And I'm going to show y'all one more thing, and then I'm going to let y'all promote anything you want to promote. Now, Newcastle, are you talking about the new one from Lagunitas or the original one? You know, there's two versions of Newcastle on the market. I'm going to show y'all what's coming up. When I get off of this, I'm going to review this product. Y'all look I'm going to do a wine review. I'm going to show y'all a wine.
I've liked Newcastle for a long time. Even the new clear bottles, Lagunitas, I think is good. I don't personally, I think it's good. I enjoyed Newcastle Brown Ale.
What did
Yeah,
you?
It's
I like it
different.
too. Now, I think many
different.
people enjoy fine wine. It's different. It is not the same. So if you're used to Newcastle Brown Ale, it's going to be a totally different animal. And,
Right.
and now I think that's what upset me. Now, I'm sure a lot of y'all like fine wine, and I like to sip a little wine when I eat lunch, maybe 3 or 4 ounces at the most. But I bought this, and I'm going to do this. This is a flavored wine. Show you real fast. I bought this at a local store. It's 13% alcohol. So here it is.
Yeah.
Now, the original of that company used to be what the winos drank.
Used to
Not
be.
used to be. Is.
Maybe
They hadn't changed, Michael.
A beautiful glass bottle that is made in a manner that would be so easy to slip into your coat while you're laying on a park bench. I just thought it's like a perfect bottle shape for tucking into your jacket, your coat. But I bought this is from Mogen David. It's Mogen David 2020, and that comes from 20 ounces and 20% alcohol. Originally, it was 20, but today it's not. But hey, but it is what it is, Mogen David, right? So or as people nicknamed it, Mad Dog.
We always referred to it as 20 minutes later, you're 20 minutes on the toilet.
Well, I gotta tell you, I drank an entire bottle of the MD 2020. It was a different flavor the other day. Can't remember the flavor, but
You drank the original, I think, if I remember right.
no, it wasn't the original. It was peaches and cream, and
Okay.
it didn't bother me. I mean, I drank the whole bottle over like a 7-hour period. Of course, this is 375 milliliters. I got it for $1.99. Both of them $1.99 each. That's not bad. This one is with natural flavoring, and as no surprise, artificial coloring. But I mean, it's mostly kind of like a joke in a way when I do these, but it's a fun joke anyway.
Yeah, it's interesting and neat. I mean, if you go get Boone's Farm strawberry wine, hell, I might even go try to find that because I can drink a whole bottle. I'll pay for it later, but I can drink a whole bottle of it.
Yeah, it stormed here earlier.
Yeah. The funny thing about Boone's Farm, it depends on where you go. If you get some bottles of Boone's Farm, it won't say wine; it'll say flavored beer. So apparently, there's different
Ours says
expressions of different expressions of it, because if I go to this local Walmart here, I can buy it and it'll say flavored beer very clearly on the bottle.
Wow. No.
and there's another one called Thunderbird. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. There's another good one. These
I'm
are
very
all
familiar with it, but I've never tried it.
These are all what we could afford.
Thunderbird.
Birds.
Now, Thunderbird was developed by, I think, Ernest and Julio Gallo back in the early 60s. And it's a very bizarre product. It's a citrus wine. It's not made with grapes. It's made with probably oranges that didn't make the grade for selling. And they probably buy them from Florida orange growers that are turning and they don't want to throw them out. But Thunderbird, there's 2 types. And the original television commercials featured James Mason.
I don't remember that.
You know who James Mason is, right?
I like James Mason as an actor a lot, but I don't remember those commercials.
Mm-mm.
It's funny. Watch those little commercials. He says, Thunderbird has a very unusual flavor. And I thought, I'm sure that's true. It's a bizarre commercial. Okay, I'll turn the floor over. I'll turn the floor over to y'all. I have nothing else to say.
we were mentioning earlier before we came on the air, Ronnie S. wanted to come on earlier. That's when he had time available. It's really hard to change it earlier than 10:30.
Yeah.
The way I look at it. I mean, I'm up earlier than 10:30. It's just that I like to at least have some food before I come down here and partake. Because if I don't, then it affects me differently. So I like to have a foundation. And this is not a heavy beer. It's only 5.4. Shane's thing, you need a bigger.
Right, but it's always good to have food in your stomach. I had 2 fried eggs and a hot dog for breakfast and some bread with butter.
At least the alcohol has something to kind of meld with. Otherwise, an empty stomach, it can be really brutal.
Yeah. That's why I don't eat till 12 anyway.
Figure this out. It's starting to stink a little bit from that.
Robert, it actually has to hit the drain and say goodbye. And
it's going to. I got to go to the other room, but I can wait till we're done here. I just want to open the door to the rest of the basement, let some of that smell.
I have not, in my life, I have not had many drain port. I was telling them earlier also, one of my cousin's beers was 2 years old, and I can't remember what the style was, whatever it was. I opened it up anyway, I chilled it, I thought it would be okay, poured it in the glass, and it was more sediment than it was anything else. So that I didn't even taste it. It was like beer with sediment floating in it. It was like 80% sediment. So obviously it had badly turned in that time. It was only 2 years old. I guess depending on the style, maybe stuff can turn faster. But out of the 40,
it also depends on how they stored it and how it was kept.
Right. And it could have just been a bad beer too. You never know. I mean, I just decided.
Yeah. Okay. I had the Ondex that I drain poured, but it was too late because it still got to me. And then I had this Gibson's Cellars, Gibson's Vineyards. It was a cream sherry or a port. I think it was port. And I bought it. And if you watch the video, I smelled it and I said, "Oh no, this smells like rust. Like if you took rust and it like was in a powdered form." And I think I said sour milk. And then I took a taste and I said, nope. And I got up out the chair on the video and you could hear me pouring it down the drain. I said, nope, no thanks. And then I went back to the store later and I told him, I said, this beer, I bought one, it was rancid. And you know what the store clerk tells me? Well, a lot of people cook with that wine. Now, what would the fact that a lot of people cook with the wine have to do with the bottle I bought from rancid?
He don't care. He just wants to make us go.
So that's like
I can go back to that store in Andover and tell them that stuff is rancid and no good. And I guarantee you, they got 5 more lined up on that shelf behind where this one was at. They'll never take it off the shelf. They have it on the shelf for $4.99. And if anybody ever listens to this is in Andover, Kansas, you go into Flint Hills Liquor and see that, steer clear. It's bad.
You're not going to buy any more?
Oh, I might stop in there and see what else they got. But I have a hard time buying from there because even their whiskeys, they leave on the sunny side of the building in the sunlight and the labels fade, and that's bad. That's hard on whiskey. I won't buy whiskey from them. I just won't do it. It's like what William Kepley said with Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst Brewing Company. He said, if they don't care about their own brands, why should we care? I mean, it's like, if you don't care, then I don't care. It's like, get a grip, man. I'm not the only one that's noticed this about the store. There's a couple of other guys that are local that shop too, and they say the same thing. You don't buy whiskey from that store.
I've been calling out Miller Coors quality control for years. They're so lousy with that. They'll leave Miller Coors beers on the shelf for years. And the labels will fade and ultraviolet, that fluorescent light. Just the sloppiness, man. And I talked to this Anheuser-Busch. No, I talked to this Anheuser-Busch salesman. I said, let me ask you a question. Honestly, I said, please. No salesman talk, all right? Because I said, I know you like to sell. I said, but what happens if I go in a store and I find a Budweiser beer on the shelf that's over a year out of date? He said, I'm fired. He said, I'm 26 years in the company and I'm gone. He said, I guarantee you I'm out of a job that day. They're going to call me in the office and say, get your stuff, you're gone. I said, yeah, because Miller must give him a bonus because I'm finding Miller stuff on the shelf all the time out of date. I'm just bringing that up because there's no excuse for it. It's like, come on, you know?
Yeah.
But he says Anheuser-Busch, they don't play games like that. He said they got outdated Anheuser-Busch beers on the shelf. No doubt, they're there. He said, but just you better pray they don't, the quality, they call it the QC team. They'll just send them out sometime. He said, you just pray they don't come in there and see it. Yeah, quality control. So I thought that was a good statement, you know?
That's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah, I said I wasn't going to talk anymore. I'm sorry.
Somebody yesterday was on Beer Talk, I think, talking about Blatz. I don't know, you guys remember Blatz beer from earlier? It was made in Milwaukee, and it was, I think Pabst now brews it.
I didn't know it was still brewed.
I didn't until somebody said this. It's still available.
It is.
Huh.
Now, I had it when I was in college. We used to be able to get it. I went to school in Minnesota, and Ronnie S. asked me what it was like. It's just a typical macro lager. It was nothing wonderful. It was okay. I mean, you drank it like other macro lagers kind of thing. And somebody found a black can in a garage, and this guy thought it would be worth money. I don't think it's worth anything, but
No.
I mean, you never know. There might be somebody who wants old black cans. It was just a regular. Jay has a can. That's what it looked like.
I bought this about 20 years ago in Milwaukee, or in Racine, Wisconsin. I'm sorry, Racine, Wisconsin, but right by Milwaukee. They make a Blatz Light also, and one guy in Alcohol Eggs was showing a bottle from the 1970s called Blatz Fresh Hopped Beer in a bottle. And it said on the bottle, it says, we take fresh hops and put them in the beer. We don't let them dry out like other companies. This is, of course, they did for their other beer. They said this is a fresh hop. It just goes to show you that beer companies were doing craft style beer 40 years ago, but just people weren't buying it. It was like they were promoting fresh hopped ale. But this is Blatz. And then they changed the label about 10 years ago. I was in on that highway close to Milwaukee, not quite in Milwaukee, at this liquor store right on the Lake Highway. Some of y'all watching probably know where I'm talking about. And I went in there and he had a suitcase of it for $9.99, I think. So, silver can. But like Michael says, just regular old beer. It's nothing too remarkable. It's owned by Pabst, but Miller does the brewing, which is in Milwaukee. There you go.
Cool.
It's old too. It's an old brand. It's from the 1850s.
Now, what was your date on yours, whiskey?
There was no date. There was no date on that I could find. Not even a code. I didn't even see a code on the bottle.
I was just wondering if maybe it was out of date.
Most European bottles have a date on them because of the laws over there. There's usually always on part of the bottle. This may be older than what we really know. This may be before we've seen that, but there's no code. Oh, there's a lot of sediment in the bottom.
Oh,
I don't see that.
wow.
That's
sickening.
No wonder that shit's bad.
That was a drink war waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a code, not even a laser etched black or white code that sometimes you see on the bottle. I just don't see nothing like that.
I just thought maybe it was really bad outdated or something.
I don't think there's anything on the cap.
Something went bad in the brew.
Oh, well, I don't know if this cap's from this bottle. I guess I should have looked.
Oh,
Wow.
What percentage is that?
9%.
Hold on a second.
God, I can't believe I didn't see it.
Wow.
You gotta have the
Say that
date.
again.
to myself, man. I did this shit
Show
to
that-
my.
Turn it around. There you go. Turn
Wow.
this way. Let's see what the date. Get it closer. There you go.
Oh wow, Robert, that was
2010. Wow.
It kind of explains everything.
That's back in the Nickelback days.
now we understand why the girl was in shape.
We've had a first on Stout Sunday, a bottle from January of 2010 of some sort of weird ass Belgian stout. I took one for the team and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, gotta check the date.
Hey, no wonder it was so thin. All the body of it floated to the bottom. Descended to the bottom over 10 years.
Yeah, I can't believe they got on the shelf. Ooh,
Oh, that place don't surprise me. Actually, I should have looked. I was looking all over the bottle. It never occurred to me once to look at the top of the cap. Never.
That's sad. That is.
And
sad.
I sat in my refrigerator for probably a week and a half at this point, maybe 2 weeks. And
I bet you get your
it's
money
always
back for that.
Do you think if you brought the cap back to the store, they would
Yeah, bring it back.
refund you
Well,
money?
no, the other ones are going to have the same caps on them. I swear that they got 4 or 5 left on the shelf. But I can tell you right now what that woman told me. I told her, well, take a chance on it. I said, it's 9%. She goes, yeah, there's high alcohol. They'll hold up. And I can tell you right now, they ain't going to take it. She's going to say, oh, you just don't like good beer. And I ought to make her open up one and buy it and make her drink it.
I bet
I
she'll
would
give you
tell her,
another
yeah,
one
right.
if you take it back.
I would tell you what, I'll buy it, and you drink the whole thing in front of me if you think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh no, she ain't gonna. She's gonna say, you need to leave the store. You're being difficult. I'm gonna call the cops. Okay.
I can't believe it.
All right. Well, that's it for Stout Sunday, y'all. We had great beers from Arkansas and
That's right, man,
horrendously bad beers from Belgium via Kansas.
He just drank it 10 years too late.
Yep.
Yeah, it might have been good back
I
when,
trade you, Shane. I trade you, Shane. Now, you just pass me that one of yours, and
It's all gone. Shane.
I know he's got another one squared away.
Yeah.
I got
might have been good. Might have been good during the year that the Saints won the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yay.
So next Sunday, I'm sure we'll be back with John and Neil, and whatever else happens today, I don't know. I'm going to go do that wine review for better or worse. Probably worse, but I'll try to be open-minded. I don't care.
Thanks for hosting.
Hey, thanks
Oh,
for
you're welcome. No problem. I couldn't have said I had to go, I couldn't have lied and said I had to go to a baseball game, huh? You use that story. But actually every time I used that story it was the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe baseball on PS4.
No, I don't even play around with that. Okay, well, thanks everybody. It was fun, and whatever y'all do the rest of the day, enjoy it. Yesterday we went hiking, but unfortunately the trails were flooded. They were flooded, and we couldn't go the whole way. The Mississippi River is so high; it's backing up the creeks.
Really?
Yeah. The man, the guy that the park superintendent says, or whatever the park manager guy was saying, oh yeah, last year it was flooded for 6 months. We couldn't do anything about it. So they have tape saying don't go, and I said, well, let's go anyway. We got down there. I said, I ain't crossing that river. And my friend David said, let's just go. This is dangerous. I said, you got that right. So we left. You don't know what you're going to encounter in the water. You don't know what's in that water. I wasn't about to step in there.
The creature.
But yeah, huge trail complex up there in the hilly hilly part of Louisiana. I live in the flat part, but it gets hilly about 35 miles northwest of me. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
See ya.
Thanks for all the viewers. Let's see the broadcast. Yeah.